Some days I put the people in their places at the table, bend their legs at the knees, if they come with that feature, and fix them into the tiny wooden chairs. All afternoon they faced one another, the man in the brown suit and the woman in the blue dress, perfectly motionless and perfectly behaved. But other days, I am the one who was lifted up by the ribs, then lowered into the dining room of a dollhouse to sit with the others at the long table. Very funny. But how would you like it if you never knew from one day to the next, if you were going to spend it striding around like a vivid god, your shoulders in the clouds, or sitting down there amidst the wallpaper, staring straight ahead with your little plastic face?
I walk by with smoke in my eyes like you don't know where we've been. That's it, boy, you saved your case, you're just as wrong as you were then. Watch out, boy, throw your hands up, say I don't make no rules, no one even knows I'm here. Now it's all you to man up, you see no way to hang on what you say. We're the keepers while we sleep in America.
Our house is burning down, our house is burning.
We're the keepers while we sleep in America.
Our house is burning down, our house is burning down now. Keep us down, our house is burning down.
Ask me why, dream that you buy, but later want is a dangerous thing. Watch out for snakes right past and it turns around and it sucks you in. One more time gets up, get to the bottom of the illusion that you're in. From the roof now to go, you see no way to hang on what you say. We're the keepers while we sleep in America.
Our house is burning down, our house is burning.
We're the keepers while we sleep in America.
It's definitely weird here. I don't remember. No, we were like 5 the last time we came. I was like 8. We used to come to the shop every summer when we visited Granny. The park was inside, and then we'd go play tennis or whatever. And I'd play with all the dolls in the shop, and the lady who owned the shop would play with you. Well, that's kind of creepy. No, it's not. You were so cute. Then, she gave you cookies and told you stories. And this woman had a million of them. She had every doll you could think of. Mostly collectibles. Oh, even those vintage Barbie dolls. Barbie along with her best friend Midge. Except Midge had a Barbie body, but she was ugly and freckled and refused to wear makeup.
Refuse, Cord? She's a doll. I remember the Midge doll. I thought she was pretty.
I also think the shirt you're wearing is pretty. It smells exactly like it did when we were kids, doesn't it, Kate?
What?
I said it smells exactly like it did when we were kids.
No, it doesn't. Shut up, it does. Really? Because all I smell is sweat and lots of dirty swamp water.
Well, I think it smells like cookies and cotton candy and saltwater taffy and flowers. I think it smells nice.
You also think the perfume you're wearing smells nice.
Touché. It's weird being back here, you know? Seems like just yesterday we were running around the gardens and learning how to water ski. Now I'm getting married.
How touching. Do you even know where this place is?
The town does look different. Well, with all the bright, fake, plastic Lego Southern Bells. God, Grammy would be spinning in her grave if she had to see those stupid life-size Lego women trashing up Cypress Gardens.
Hey, I know. Why don't you just have your wedding in, like, Hawaii or something? I mean, it's not like Mom doesn't have the money for it. Now I'd get to go to Hawaii. And they have flowers in Hawaii, too, you know. And no Legos, at least as far as I know.
No, okay. My wedding marks the end of my childhood. And I feel like my childhood should end right where it began. Right here in Winter Haven. I mean, our great-grandparents got married here. Grammy and Grandpa got married here. Mom and Dad got married here.
Yeah, that turned out so well, didn't it? A real storybook standing. Anyway, do you know where this house is? It's hot as hell out
You mind your P's and Q's, monsieur? I won't let you be my maid of honor. What? Are you scared? Of the snakes? And the spiders? And the oh. Or is it the dolls?
No,
that
no,
come to life
no,
and
no,
scare bad
no,
girls into making
it isn't safe for a girl to be out in the middle of nowhere alone.
Yeah, okay.
And Diane getting eaten alive out here.
Con, it's gotta be the next street over.
Winter Haven really was a haven for northerners escaping the cold. It offered a pleasant return to simpler times when fresh-faced girls strolled through Cypress Gardens in beautiful gowns with matching parasols. And many happily ever afters came out of that park. You might say that Cypress Gardens was as close as you could get to the Garden of Eden, and it was right here in America. But that was then. A woman named Lilith, a widow of small means, opened a doll shop to support herself and her young baby. A girl. And Lilith became Winter Haven's premier storyteller. If you wanted to know anything about a doll, all you had to do was visit a doll's house, one street over from Main Street. And she knew how to tell just the right story for every occasion.
Hello? May I help you? Oh, I hope so. You probably don't remember us, but we used to come here all the time. But we haven't been here since about 1998. You're Courtney Helm. And is this your adorable little sister, Casey, all grown up before my very eyes?
Yeah, it's me, in the flesh. Nice to see you again. Hello.
Well, what are you doing here in Winter Haven? I haven't seen you since before your grandmother's passing during the hurricanes. That had to have been 8 years ago now. I'm sorry about your grandmother. She was a lovely woman.
Thank you. I'm here because I'm having my wedding here. That is, if I can get the suits at Legoland to let me use what's left of Cypress Gardens. And I'm here because I was wondering if you still make wedding dresses like you used to. Because I know you made my mother's, and it would be amazing if you could make mine as well. Oh, and I'd love to get those little dolls and the antebellum dresses as gifts for my bridesmaids.
You what?
Oh, I don't make those dolls anymore. But I would be honored to help you with your wedding gown. You know, the only Southern belles over in Legoland are made out of Legos. They are unfeminine in the extreme, if you ask me.
I know, right? I was just saying that to Casey before we came in.
Your mother and I were among the last of the real belles.
Really, did you go to college with her, Mom?
No, we went to high school together, though. We were working together in the gardens the summer she met your father. Back in 1982, I think it was.
Huh. I never knew that.
Yeah, because you look so young. I mean, you don't look anywhere near old enough to have gone to school with Mom. I mean, she looks like an old grown-up compared to you. Do you have work done or what?
It's my little one that keeps me young, I suppose.
Oh, she's adorable. It is a girl, right?
Aren't all babies little girls? Yes, she's my little angel.
So, what's your husband do?
Oh, silly me, the macaroons are burning. If I had a nickel for every time I burned a cookie, I would be a very rich woman.
Courtney, that woman looks 25 years old tops. If she went to school with Mom, that means she has to be at least 50. And that's an infant.
Okay. Maybe she was a freshman when Mom was a senior. Maybe she has really good genes or a good plastic surgeon. And maybe she uses expensive moisturizers and has a lot of sex. I don't know. Okay, it's kind of weird. By the way, you know you're not supposed to bring that up, right? Women of a certain age and their plastic surgery? Have I taught you nothing? It's like you have no breeding whatsoever.
And she did seem pretty darn excited when that buzzer went off when it did. She doesn't want to tell us about the man in her life. Oh, maybe she's a witch. I hope she's a witch.
Okay, maybe she adopted the baby and her husband is a sperm donor. Just don't mention it when she comes in.
Here we are, fresh from the oven. I bet you all are starving from your trip.
Warm and already decorated. Amazing.
Oh, no, thank you. I have to finish my wedding dress. Oh, nonsense. A willowy young girl like you. Now, you would have made the perfect Southern belle. Without lacing. You should enjoy it while it lasts. Once you have children, I just don't want to risk it. Eat the cookies. Please.
Well, kudos to you, Miss Lilith. I couldn't get Courtney to eat anything on the plane today.
I don't like plain food.
You don't like food. And besides, these cookies are so good. And look, Courtney, gingerbread.
Like the story about the whale. Speaking of stories, do you still tell those great stories like you used to, Miss Lilith?
Just Lilith now. You're a young woman, nearly a married woman.
You don't have to tell the story, Mickey. You don't have to tell the story, Lilith.
Miss Lilith for you, dear. You are still just my little baby doll. Now let me see. Oh, I know. This is one of the most valuable dolls in the shop. It was very difficult to acquire. I can't say too much, but let's just say customs and bribes were involved. She's actually a doll from ancient Rome.
Ancient Rome? Did you hear that, Courtney? We're going to hear a story about ancient Rome.
Once upon a time, in ancient Rome, there was a beautiful young woman on the eastern edge to a Roman senator.
So naturally, she went off to her room, accompanied only by her attending slave, to pay tribute to the goddess Diana, and pray that she would please her new husband and be a humble, subservient, and fertile wife to him.
Well, naturally.
Don't interrupt, dear.
Sorry.
Diana, maftehat latte, libando espito, volens baptitia, mihi domo, familiae.
It really is for the best. You will have someone to care for you for the rest of your life. You will lay down the dolls of your youth for real babies who will love you like no other, whom you would gladly lay down your life.
But what if I do not please my husband? What if he takes lovers and leaves me alone with my children? Or still, what if he doesn't love us at all? As a wealthy senator, he can do as he pleases, and I have no rights. Besides, I'm too young to give up my childhood for the duties of a wife.
You will make your face lined with worry. There is no use in wishing for a world other than the one in which we live. Give me your toys, and I will help you say goodbye to your past and embrace your new life as the wife of a rich and prosperous man. It is easy as lighting the fire.
Of course, I know you're right. You can help me. I know I can do it.
Where's the doll you have always called Minerva?
Could I not just keep one little piece of my childhood so that I can return to it when I do not feel like being a responsible wife and mother dressed in fine linens and gold, but instead want to dress this wooden dolly in linens and gold and pretend that I am still petted and admired by a number of young men instead of just the property of one old man with no rights at all?
No. For I'm afraid your mother would not approve, as you would be bringing bad luck upon your household. And it may have the unfortunate effect of making your husband feel unsatisfied with you, as you would be proving that you are not ready for the responsibilities of marriage. It is a woman's duty to be there for her husband. You know that.
Or this could become a new tradition in which each young woman gives up all of her playthings, but holds on to this one doll to pass down to her firstborn daughter. And maybe years and years and years from now, long after we've gone, a young woman will find this doll, and it will remind her to hold on to her childhood for as long as she possibly can.
No Roman bride-to-be ever said that. Shh now, Miss Lilith does have a way with stories, as you yourself said. Go on, Miss Lilith.
And so, the doll that should have been burned was spared from the fire and passed on from generation to generation until the family was no more. And I sat idle for years until being uncovered and transported to the British Museum, where I sat alone in a glass case.
And where she did nothing to remind young women that they should hold on to their youth for as long as they can. But when it's gone forever. In fact, this doll did no one any good, really, until a man who was willing to risk a lengthy jail sentence. Oh, never mind. Have another movie? Oh, no, I really couldn't.
That was a really good story, Miss Lilith. Like one I've been trying to tell Courtney for a few months now. But then again, I didn't have the little Roman doll to drive the point home.
Well, it is just a story. Is your mother here with you in Winter Haven?
Oh, no, she was doing court, but she should be down here sometime this afternoon. She's flying down after she meets up with my fiancé in North Carolina. He's at UNC, Chapel Hill. He's going to be a doctor.
And your father?
Oh, Miss Lilith, you mustn't bring up Daddy dear when Mother gets here. Didn't you know she left him after the last time we were here in '98, and we haven't seen him since. And unlike the Roman bride-to-be in your story, our mother had no problem burning anything and everything that reminded her of her father.
I'm sorry to hear that. I only remember your mother being so happy and proud of the great man he was going to become. An attorney, isn't he? Yeah, they met at FSU, but then once they got married, my mom dropped out. She did go back, though, after the divorce. Now she's a lawyer, too, in Richmond. But surely you girls do see your father.
No, it was a really ugly divorce. In fact, we don't even know where he is. The only thing I have to remind me of... Can we talk about something else, please?
It does seem strange, a woman keeping her children from their own father. It's a sad situation. I mean, my mother always said he was just really controlling. But I mean, cutting us off completely, it does seem a bit extreme. And pretty controlling. And it's true, she really did burn every picture ever taken of us together as a family. And we never talk about him, like he never existed. You know, a totally healthy 21st century nuclear American family. But I do remember coming down here when I was little, visiting Grammy and Grandpa and picking out our Christmas presents from the store. Or if you remember, well, here's a memory for you. Remember Grammy used to knit our Barbie sweaters, but then Barbie's pointy little fingers would get caught in the holes when you tried to work the sweater over her head? But I mean, still, Grammy made our Barbie's clothes for us. That's just so sweet. You know, I didn't really realize what was making me so sad about being in Winter Haven again until just now. At this time, Grammy's not here. She won't be at my wedding. I'm sorry, I've got to say this. Of course, dear. What? My, persistent, isn't he?
You don't know the half of it. Before we came down, Mom and Courtney had this big, ginormous fight about the wedding. Courtney thinks it's sour grapes, but I just think it's because our mom doesn't want her to give up her youth and ambition so fast. And for once, I agree with her. Courtney's so stubborn that I've gone stealth trying to get her to change her mind on her own. That story was good, though. Thanks.
We do what we can for the young women in our care. And what about you? Do you have a young man in your life?
I'm talking to someone, mostly on Twitter, but otherwise, no.
Twitter? Sorry about that. Hey, look, I have an appointment at the park with the suits. See if they'll let me have my wedding there. Anyway, we've got to go.
That's Mom now. She's at Legoland with Chris.
Great. We'll be back soon.
How about I stay here in this World War II Redux in 3D with Legos?
You sure you don't want to come in your official capacity as my maid of honor?
No, I mean, you pretty much know what you want. I'll stay here and deprive some Florida mosquitoes of the last few ounces of my blood.
You're a regular stand-up comedian today. I should be back in about an hour. 4 generations connected to Cypress Gardens through love. That is just so beautiful.
Yes, the lovely family legacy has now turned into Legoland. Oh, these are cool. What are these called? Babushkas?
Oh, no, those. Not babushkas. Only the grandmother is called babushka. Those became popular in the Soviet era. They're matryoshka.
God bless you! I mean, they're cool, but they're not very pretty. What kid would want to play with these? They're made of wood.
Doll stories are the stories of all real girls, Casey. If you look and listen closely to the dolls in the shop, you can hear their stories. Sometimes happy, sometimes sad, sometimes horrifying. But don't let the outside of these dolls mislead you. Sometimes the biggest doll is painted to be the oldest member of the family. And as you can see, they get smaller and younger, down to the youngest in a family, like you. These Russian nesting dolls tell the story of many generations of a family.
Okay, loads of fun. What does Matryoshka mean?
Matryoshka means little matron.
My name was Yelita, and my father and mother were Yuri Petrov and Clara Petrova. My father was under the court of Tsar Nicholas and the Tsarina. I came to this country in 1917 to escape the revolution. I met my future husband, Richard Popov, at Ellis Island. I was just 12 and he was 17. Richard and I grew up in New York, only a street apart. And New York in January is almost like Siberia. So, when we were married in 1921, like so many snowbirds before us, we moved to Winter Haven to escape. My father died shortly after that. So it was important that I make a new family for myself with my new husband. Dick Pope was the center of my universe. He created Cypress Gardens with his own two hands, finding the seeds and digging the earth himself. He opened the park in 1936, and it was the Garden of Eden in Florida. Mr. Williams made movies there. My primary responsibility was to our family. I gave birth to 5 children. Our son Richard was a world champion
you're
water.
talking about. I'll tell my own story. Thank you very much. Love you, Mama Pope.
And I love you as well. Go on, tell your story.
Winter Haven was the only home I ever knew. My father's family was in service in London. My name is Frances Chambers Pope, and I was born in 1941. My parents sent me to live with relatives in Winter Haven during the Blitz, and I never went home again, so I too was keen to start a family as soon as possible. I grew up adoring Cypress Gardens, and of course, I fell in love with the dashing water skiing champion, Dick Pope Jr.
That's my son. He was a war hero as well. I'm sorry, but a mother has a right to be proud of her son's accomplishments.
Dick and I were married during the Cuban Missile Crisis, but his family had no Soviet sympathies. They were American from the tops of their heads to the tips of their alligator shoes, the Popes, Rotarians, and civic leaders, the whole bit. And I was happy to be a housewife. I didn't attend college myself, but I did secretly hope that both my son and my daughter would receive a wonderful education.
So you're the one who ruined
My
your daughter's
husband
marriage.
took over Cypress.
No, tell me about your daughter. The divorcee.
You mean my daughter, the lawyer? I'm getting to it. In the summer of 1981, Karen met Thomas Henry Helms. He came to the park and had his picture taken with her every day for a week. She was smitten, and in 1982, when she graduated from FSU, summa cum laude, they were married, just like Dick and me, right in the park. Beautiful ceremony. Karen put Thomas through law school, and he became a lawyer. Thomas shared my husband's love of all things World War II, and Lord, the two of them could talk a blue streak about the Japanese war theater and the German front. Drove my daughter and me crazy. But Thomas never did want Karen to go to law school. He just wanted babies. Lots of babies.
And Mom, I never told you the half of it. I put off having children for 10 years, all the while trying to convince him that I could juggle both a law career and a family. But he was working out there in the real world, and he just wanted me at home with those children I didn't even have yet. And then I found I was having trouble getting pregnant. Oh, and he read those books, just like you said, all those books about war atrocities, and he began to obsess about the world and all its problems and how he intended to keep his family safe. But I did want children, and in 1992, I finally gave birth to my first daughter, Courtney Marie, and in 1995, to keep her company, my second daughter, Casey Rose. By then, Tom wouldn't let me go outside, even to the grocery store, like something bad would happen to me or the girls. So in 1998, without so much as a toodaloo or a see you later, you dragged us down to Winter Haven to stay with Grammy and Grandpa, and you went back to school and became a lawyer, and we never saw our father ever again in the end. There's more to it.
Don't let your mother, young lady. She just did what she thought was best for you. And, as you're about to find out, a marriage is a lot more complicated on the inside than it appears on the outside. Just like Russian nesting dolls.
That's right, that's right. The closer you get to the middle, the harder it is to see the teeny tiny details.
Well, let me fill in some of the teeny tiny details. Sassy tower of old ladies. I had my father from the age of 6. Casey from the age of 3. Mom parked us in Winter Haven and went off to relive her 20s and get a high-powered career, which is all fine and dandy, but where is our father in all this? A girl needs a man in her life. For that matter, a girl needs her mother. I had to be both mother and father to Casey when I was supposed to be a little girl myself. No wonder I grew up so fast. I had to.
Yeah, Mom. If Courtney hadn't been there, I wouldn't have known my ABCs on the first day of school. If she hadn't forged your signature, I never would have gone on any school field trips. And you kept us from our father. It just isn't fair.
You girls are old enough to know the whole story now. I want to tell you, Courtney, especially, before you make a mistake. and get married at 20 like I did. I was 20.
I was only 16.
Things are different now, and life is longer. Mom, I lost you to cancer when you were only 16, but mostly people live longer. And Courtney has her whole life ahead of her. She deserves a shot at having both a career and a family. I don't want her to go looking to find her daddy and the first boy that comes along.
I should have known that.
Maybe you should live with Mom for a minute.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. These are little matron dolls. You're not a little matron. You're a royal little pain in the ass.
Just listen to Mom for a minute.
I don't want to listen, and I don't need to listen, and I'm going to marry Chris no matter what you think.
Yeah, you sound real mature, Court! Being a woman was much less complicated in the olden days. Mom, you always got through them better than I ever could. God bless you and thank you for it. There she goes again, advocating her responsibilities, being a mother to somebody else.
I miss you, little one. I think you're gonna go out and change the world. I always have thought so. And no, I don't think Courtney should marry Chris. Keep working on it.
Who can understand these younger generations? Can you?
No.
Imagine having your cake and eating it too, except on a girl's wedding day. Impossible!
Yeah, she designed mine. And you always liked parading around the house in that. Until you burned it. I did not burn it. I gave it to charity and hoped against hope that the dress didn't have some kind of curse on it, circa 1951, causing the wearer to be trapped in a loveless marriage. She can't make a decision for herself, whether to buy Cheerios, oh honey, not Cheerios, at the grocery store. And I've got to tell you, yesterday I saw the same kind of behavior in Chris that I saw in your father.
God.
He
No,
treats you like
didn't,
you're a little
Mom.
girl.
He does not.
He does.
He does
and
not,
I'm not
Mom.
about to let you throw your whole life away.
I'm not anybody's little girl, and I'm not going to throw my whole life away.
That's what I said. Will you just listen to me, please? What? Tom is exactly the same as Chris. It started out fine. He was just trying to protect me. And then it got worse, much worse.
What are you even talking
It got
about?
to the point he locked us. Nothing. Just trust me. I'm your mother. Don't marry Chris. Not yet. I'm not you, Mom. I can control him. Fine, Courtney. Let's go get you a wedding dress.
Oh, but that's right. Marriage isn't about one person controlling the other. It's about mutual respect and trust and love.
Coin-operated boy, sitting on the shelf. He is just a toy, but you turn him on, and he comes to life. Automatic joy, that is why you want a coin-operated boy. Made of plastic and elastic, he is rugged and long-lasting. Who could ever ask for more? Love without complications galore. Coin-operated boy, all the other real ones that you destroy cannot hold a candle to your new boy, and you'll never let him go, and you'll never be alone. 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 Not with your coin-operated boy. This bridge was written to make you feel sinner with that sad picture of girl getting bitterer. Can we extract you from your plastic fantasy? We didn't think so, but we're still convinced so. Will you persist even after we bet you $1 billion that he'll never love you? Will you keep on trying to prove it? You're dying to lose it
Mabel has narcolepsy.
You know about the kid, but this woman is a cookie pusher. I'll bring her out in a little while. Let's talk about this wedding dress.
All right, Courtney, since I don't get a vote, I'll play maid of honor. What is it you're looking for? And do you promise not to make me wear an ugly dress just so you'll look better, so help you God?
I was thinking something non-traditional. Bright, like maybe backwards, but with a hint of color. Well, maybe even red. I'm getting married in the Japanese gardens, so I was thinking something sort of like this. I'd like to go with the Japanese theme. Oh, but with colors, sort of like this. Wow, this is a beautiful doll. What, should I not pick it up? What? This was my first doll. Your grandpa Pope brought it back to me after the war in Okinawa. He said it was the saddest doll in the world. Really? I keep her here to remind me of what great lengths parents will go to in order to protect their children. Sometimes doing right by your child can seem incomprehensible to the world. And I want her to know that when she's here with me, she's safe. Uh-huh. So what's her story? What happened to her owner? To understand this story, you have to understand the desperation a man feels when he loses power. One moment he's striding around like a vivid god, his shoulders in the clouds. The next, the Emperor Hirohito resisted surrender for months, even after it was clear there was no hope for Japan. And so...
But before the surrender were thousands of deaths. Entire families committed homicide and suicide. Jiketsu means suicide by self-determination. There could be no jiketsu for toddlers or children. A little child cannot determine for herself if she wants to die in the name of the emperor. Yet, she would die. I was there. I saw it. None of them wanted to die. They were very afraid to die. They are more afraid to live. The emperor and his generals and all the soldiers told the families that the Allied troops would come and perform unspeakable things to us on Okinawa. They would defile the women and also the little girls. They told the families that if they agreed to commit suicide, or better, kill each other in the name of the emperor, that they would receive riches in the afterlife, like the generals and the highest-ranking soldiers who fought for our country. So, they did. One woman who was hanging in a cave with her son and daughter took a rope and strangled her daughter in the moments before the Americans arrived. When they did arrive, those same Americans gave her son some candy. The body of her daughter lay lifeless on the ground, and she could not take it back. She lived to be 87, and she never spoke of her daughter again. Many people calmly sat down and take their traditional tea. The arsenic worked quickly, just like that. They were gone. One family took the little girl and they climbed. They climbed to the highest point on the island. Bonsai cliff with the jagged rocks and water below. They could hear fighting in the distance, so once again, they knew the Americans were coming, and they were scared. The citizens were promised a military rank in the afterlife if they killed themselves or killed a family member. That is not why they did what they did. You see, a father will do anything to protect his wife and little girl. Even if the family cannot understand, even if the wife too has to perform an unthinkable act that rips her family apart. And so, they stood. Father in the back, the mother before him, and the little girl before her. The mother then pushed the little girl to her death. Father then pushed his beloved wife. Father prepared to join them. He stepped towards the cliff, and without looking down, and without remorse, he cried, "Jedi Bonsai! Long live the Emperor!" And then, he jumped.
Mother will do anything for her daughter. Mother will do anything for her daughter. I never knew how hard it was for Courtney. Not to be a mother, obviously. She's not a mother. But she is. Well, she was. She was my mother. For as long as I can remember, she was always there for me. I remember she took me to school on the first day, and I screamed and cried, and I wouldn't let her leave. She was in the 4th grade then, and she missed her first day. Not my mother, no. She was never there, but Courtney, she was. And I'm now having to be Courtney's mother, and it's too much. I feel like I'm drowning. I wish my father was here to help me. Then again, I never even knew my father. A few years ago, I found his copy of Abbey Road with his name written in his own handwriting on it, and I held on to it. I would listen to it on this little record player in my room. And I don't know why I connected Abbey Road and my father now that I look at it, but I just feel like he would sing it to me at night when I was a baby. It's a little silly, I know, but that's how I like to remember him. Whenever I want to know him, I sit there and listen to it. And I actually went on a school field trip to London a few years back and got my teacher and I to pose like we were crossing Abbey Road. And then when I got home, I put it in a little scrapbook and pretended like it was me and my dad. I just can't believe he doesn't want to see us. It doesn't make sense. And I think that's why Courtney's rushing the whole marriage thing. It's like all the women in her family get married before the age of 20. And I think they're trying to replace their fathers. I mean, our great-grandfather dies, so our grandmother rushes in and marries someone 16 years her senior before he goes off to war. And my mother had all these grand plans, but right after her father died, she marries the first guy who says boo to her while she's swishing around the park in her little Scarlet O'Hara get-up. And now Courtney. It's like all the women in their family have daddy issues. Not me, though. I'm fine. I'll always be fine.
Please, please, darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby.
I love that song. That song that you were singing?
Was I singing?
Yes.
So how's it looking?
I think it looks gorgeous.
Yeah? Go on, walk about. Oh, wow, it's exactly what I envisioned. Thank you so much, Lilith. So sad your father won't be able to see it.
I got some more dolls.
Oh, hello. On the table up there.
You're so keen on telling doll stories, Miss Lilith. What's the story behind these dolls?
Have you ever heard of the Mexican island of dolls?
No.
Hello? What? Oh, God, that was today, wasn't it? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. Oh, all right. Okay. Bye. I love you.
Who was that?
Chris, I completely forgot we were supposed to be cake tasting today. We have to go. God, he hates when I'm late.
He hates when you're on time. He's a hater.
Are you sure you don't want to listen to another story? I really don't have time. I'm sorry. We've got to go. Come on, Casey.
And be the third wheel and watch Chris rip you a new one because you were 3 minutes late? No, I'll stay here and listen to some stories about some dolls. Have fun eating cake.
He's not controlling.
I'm coming!
He's not controlling. Are you coming or not?
No, I really want to hear about these dolls.
Fine. Call me if you need anything.
She'll be fine. Will you?
So, how about them dolls?
Have you ever heard of the Mexican island of dolls?
No, what's that?
It's a real island off the coast of Mexico where a man lost his daughter. He
her from the world, and even after she drowned in the canals surrounding the island, he still devoted his life to trying to make her happy. He was a man who loved his little girl so much, he made himself very unhappy.
This story's gonna scare me, isn't it? Make me not want to go to sleep at night?
Well, that's entirely up to you. If it is just a story to you, then you'll be fine. Problem is, these stories have a way of seeming like they're about us, don't they?
Oh, what the heck? I'm not Mexican, so I doubt I'll take it too personally. Fire when ready.
This story began over 50 years ago, but tourists still flock to the island because it's considered one of the most frightening places on Earth, and people like to be frightened. The island is inhabited by the saddest and worst-kept dolls in the world, but all dolls deserve better treatment, don't you think?
Bienvenidos a la Isla de las Muñecas. We are so glad you've come to visit us. We are so lonely living here day after day as the dolls of the girl who can never play with us. She is dead, you see. Her father, Don Julian Santana Barrera, found her floating in one of the canals surrounding the island. A few days later, he found me and decided to give me to his little girl. I hope I made her happy.
You found me a few days later floating in that same canal, broken and abandoned by my former owner. He was so happy to see me, said I'd be just right for Isabella. He took me and hugged me in the trees. I hope I made her happy.
He said I looked just like Isabella. Except, of course, she was real. Skin. Bones. Sometimes I wonder if my owner really abandoned me. Or did he take me from my little girl to give to his? I hope I made her happy.
Don Julian loved Isabella so much that he left his wife and other sons to live out his last 50 years alone on the island collecting dolls for his little girl. I hope I made her happy.
He looked so sad as he went about his day. Did he feel guilty over his little girl's death? Is it possible he was in some way responsible? I don't like to think so. He seemed a nice old man, but haunted. I hope I made her happy.
I think most fathers will do anything for his little girl, even if other people don't understand him or think him strange.
Está loco.
But who knows how to protect a little girl better than her own father? I hope I make her happy.
Even though 50 years had passed from the time of young Isabella's passing until the time he found me, he always felt like he needed another doll to comfort her on the dark island. He was always giving to her, even when he was hunched with age and sadness. I hope I made her happy.
As he got older, people from the mainland began to visit the one they called Loco Don Julian. The tourists would often say we whispered to them and followed them with our eyes as they walked around to see the dolls Don Julian had collected.
Dolls can't whisper or follow you in their eyes.
Of course, if you look past the rips in our clothing.
Or the spiders who had taken up residence in our eye sockets.
We really were so beautiful little dolls.
We hope we made her happy.
I was the last doll he ever found. Sad and broken, almost dead, much like Don Julian himself. I thought he would take me and hang me in the trees like the others. But instead, he held on to me and walked to the edge of the canal. He calmly tied a heavy rock to his ankle and gently placed me back into the water. Slowly, he lowered himself in as well. He swam to me and grabbed me at the last moment before he sunk to the bottom.
ridiculous. Dolls don't laugh.
This one does. And I can't get rid of him. He said he'll do something terrible to you.
What could he do to me? He's just a stupid doll.
Gee, take me upstairs and I'll tell you.
Where are you going? Put him in the attic at the very least.
I'm sorry about Anne. She just doesn't understand that you're special. You're not mad at me, are you, buddy?
Buddy, my name's not Buddy. My name is Robert Eugene Otto. You know that.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget because my name is Robert.
Your name is Gene. Your name has been Gene since the day I came to live in this house. And I will always be Robert, and I will always live in this house. Long after you're dead, I will still live in this house. Unless you forget my name again and the whole house burns down. You wouldn't want that, would you, Gene?
You're not really going to hurt my wife, are you? Oh, come on, Robert. Don't be like that. Don't be mad. I can come check on you later. Maybe you'll be in the mood to talk then.
Wait a second, I don't get it. This one's just a made-up story, right? You don't have an actual talking doll in here, do you?
Oh no, it's true. But Robert the doll does not live here. He lives in the home of the American painter, Robert Eugene Otto, down in the Florida Keys. I would dare try to bring him to live here. He has magical powers.
Dolls don't have magical powers.
I'm sure that's what Robert Eugene Otto thought when he first received the doll.
Well, how did he get these powers?
It all started back in 1906 when Robert Eugene Otto was just a boy.
Marie, you missed a spot on the table.
Yes, sir. How does he played now?
Marie, did you set out the dinner silverware?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Please go set out another place at the table.
Are we expecting guests?
No. Marie, now.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't like the way you look at her.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I am talking about. In front of your own wife, no less.
That's preposterous, darling. You know I love you. I'm just trying to make sure Marie is doing a proper job.
I have the extra place setting, ma'am.
My China! I thought you people were trained as domestics.
I am so sorry, ma'am.
Mommy, please don't yell at Marie.
Robert Eugene Otto, you stay out of this. Now pick up your toys and go to your room.
But Mommy...
No buts, mister. Now march.
Marie, once you do that extra plate setting, you are dismissed for the day.
Yes, ma'am.
That night, Marie went home so angry, she began throwing things. She chanted spells and curses, and then she saw me. She looked at me and grinned with that devil's mouth of hers. She opened her book and began to recite.
Que tous les esprits sombres de la règle sont convoqués pour m'aider dans cette action. J'invite les démons et le diable du monde invisible pour donner vie à cette poupée. Laissez-les hanter les possesseurs, les âmes pendant l'éternité. Recevez le ténèbre, recevez la noirceur, et recevez pour la puissance.
It was then that I could feel it. Life was entering me. I felt the power surging through my seams. I had the power to move and see and hear and speak. Marie smiled wide. You see, Marie had come to the Ottos from New Orleans, where she had been known as the Voodoo Queen. The next day, Marie took me to the Ottos.
Here you are, Robert.
Golly, thank you, Marie. I love him.
You take very good care of Robert. He's an important doll. I know he is going to enjoy his home here with you.
What a lovely doll, Marie. So interesting looking. Robert, why don't you put that thing in your room?
But, Mommy, I want to play with him.
Not now, Robert. Supper is ready. Go put him in your room. You can play with him later.
Hello, Gene.
Who said that?
It's me, Robert. Robert the doll.
You can talk? Dolls aren't supposed to talk.
I'm a very special doll, Gene.
Gene,
Robert, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Robert, Mommy.
Your doll? Robert, I do not have time for these games. You can go to bed without your supper. Now go to sleep.
Good night, Jean.
But what about Anne and Jean? Did the doll kill them? That'd be a cool ending. Kind of tragic, but so cool.
Well,
I played with Jean every night for the rest of his life. 66 long years. I made him abuse his mother. I made him abuse his own wife. I watched him die from the foot of his bed a broken man. And in the end, his family did come to realize that I am a very special doll. Eugene Otto went on to become a famous painter, but not more famous than me. So when people come to visit the Otto house, it's me they want to see, not Eugene's paintings. And when they do, naturally they want to take a picture. But if they don't ask permission, then Marie's curse passes on to their family, and they never get a moment's peace, and they never sleep at night. Not ever. So go on, take my picture. I dare you.
Hey, silly, creepy doll. Stories are totally made up, right?
oh no, the story of Robert the doll is very real. One you should know about, one I wish your mother knew about. Maybe if I had been able to tell her the story, she would understand why I did what I did.
What did you do?
Me? Oh, nothing. But I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say that the world is a very scary place full of very scary people, and you should stay as far away from it as you possibly can.
Well, I already bought the plane tickets and they're non-refundable.
What do you mean they're non-refundable?
I mean, they cannot be refunded. What type of question is that? Non-refundable. Jeez. Sorry.
Why Germany?
Why not Germany?
There's a medical convention, isn't there?
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Okay, maybe there is.
We're gonna be working on our honeymoon.
It's not work the whole time. Hey, look. We can go hiking in the Alps. We can take a nice hot air balloon ride overlooking nature.
I know you'll take me to the Kirtley Memorial.
What was that?
I just said I already bought a swimsuit for Cancun, and I'm really looking forward to wearing it.
Yeah, some skimpy swimsuit? Who are you trying to impress? You're going to be a married woman, and where is your sister?
She's coming! I was looking through this bridal magazine, and I found some dresses. What do you think?
You're not wearing that.
Why not?
I'm not going to have men drooling over my wife on our wedding day.
Drooling over your wife?
You know how men are.
No, I don't. Please tell me, how are men?
Do you want her dressed in a full burqa?
I give you
I want her to look nice.
It does look nice.
Please stop. You don't even know what we're talking about.
It's the same as it always is, and I'm not going to stand by
it on my own.
No!
Well, what am I supposed to wear?
Who do I look like? Donatella Versace?
Do you even want to have this wedding?
Not if my wife looks like a whore.
Why'd you do that?
Do what?
She's a human being, you know, a human being with feelings.
You two are both overreacting.
No, we're not. And you don't get to control her life. She's not your life-size Barbie doll.
I am doll hearts, bad skin, doll heart. It stands for night, for the rest of my life. Yeah, they really want you, they really want you, they really do. Yeah, they really want you, they really want you, but I do too. I wanna be the girl with the most hate. He only loves those things because he loves to see them break. I fake it so real, I am beyond fake. And someday you will ache like I ache. Someday you will ache like I ache.
I'm not you, Mom, and Chris isn't Dad. You just don't understand. Yeah, why do you hate him so much? Honestly, what did he even do? Did he beat us? Did he molest us? No. Something just isn't right with him. Isn't right. Isn't right. We never got to see our father because he just isn't right.
Just listen to me, please.
It started out fine.
When we first met in the park, Tom offered to carry my parasol around the garden to keep me shaded from the sun, the harsh, burning sun, he would say. He said I needed to be protected no matter what, and before he knew it, I was swept right into his arms. A lot like what happened with you and Chris.
No, it's not. I'm my own person, Mom.
That's what I kept saying. I was telling myself that I was doing it because I wanted it. And then we were married just like that. I had just applied to law school, you know.
Wait, if you had just applied to law school, why didn't you go back until after the divorce?
Because he hid my acceptance letter.
Wait, what?
Tom hid my acceptance letter, Courtney. I didn't find out until years later, and his only defense for doing it was because he wanted to keep me safe from the outside world. He was always doing that. Right after we got married, he insisted I get pregnant, but I didn't want a baby back then.
Oh, well, thanks.
Not like that. I just wanted to live my life.
Sorry for being a lie.
No, that is not the point. I love you and Casey. You know that. But Tom only wanted me to be a mother and nothing else. Right after we got married, he insisted I get pregnant. I'm sorry. I just wanted to protect you girls.
Don't start to mother me now. You didn't when I was
sorry.
little. You just said you didn't even want me.
I love you and Casey. You know that.
It's not about saying it, Mom. It's about showing it. And don't even try to say that you did, because the second you got the divorce, you left. And I didn't have a mother or a father, and it was all because of you that I was alone. I had no one! So no, you don't get to tell me how to live my life now. You lost your chance.
Lilith, I was wondering if we could possibly rework that dress. I want to tell you the story of two sisters who found themselves very alone in the world, and what happened even after they thought they found the one who could protect them. Wait, is there some kind of coded message in your stories? I want to tell you the
story of the children of Auschwitz, of what we saw and how it happened. In the winter of 1944, World War II is still raging, and hope for many is lost.
Many families are whisked away to Nazi death camps.
Among these families is the family of young girls Layla and Leah.
Twin sisters brought with their family to Auschwitz by the Nazis.
We want to tell you what they did to us, what they did to Mama and to Papa and to all of the people we loved. It started when they got us off the trains. The officers took Mama and us to one line, and Papa was whisked away to another place. We waited in line for a long time.
I remember the soldier. He came up to our friend, Jonas, and he ripped his dolls away. He took them, and Jonas cried loud. Then the soldier took Jonas away.
Mama didn't look so good. After being on the train for days, she was skinny and sickly. We knew we had to be good. She was too weak to put up with bad behavior, so we stuck to our manners.
We cheered at the news when we found out that we were being taken to the showers. We pulled on Mama's skirt, but Mama still looked so sad. We were far back in line, and every time we moved forward, Mama began to cry a little more. We didn't know why she was sad, and every time we asked, she'd just smile and say,
"It's nothing, my brave girls. These are happy tears."
Suddenly, a man began to shout. He said,
"Zwillinge Heraus! Zwillinge Heraus Drayton!
Twins out! Twins, step out!"
That's when we saw him.
It was the White Angel.
He came up to Mama and they talked.
Ihre Mädchen, Sie sind Zwillinge?
Ja.
Na dann müssen mit mir zu kommen.
Sie können meiner Tochter nicht nehmen.
Sie werden mit mir was sind.
Ich würde sie nicht.
Ich vertraue ob Sie oder nicht.
Sie kann ich nicht. Sie kann ich nicht. Ich bin raus. Sie kann ich nicht.
And he let us pass the showers in the little red house.
They were moaning and loud knocks at the door, as if they were
said, "Mr. Angel, what is that terrible, awful noise?"
They're being cleansed of their demons. They're so happy that they're screaming for joy.
He took us to our new home. It was a bunk where we met twins just like us. We had good meals and a warm bed, and he gave us treats when we were good. It wasn't long before the other twins in our bunk room began to get very sick. Some of them didn't come back from their playtime with the angel. One day, Shahar and Hannah were taken to the angel. Shahar came back screaming. She was in so much pain and she couldn't see a thing. When we asked her where Hannah was, she said, "They killed her! They shot my sister!" We couldn't believe the angel could let this happen. Shahar cried so loudly that a soldier came in and took her away. The next day, the angel wanted to see us. As we walked towards his big stone playhouse, we asked him, "Mr. Angel, how did you kill our friends?"
Girls, I would never hurt any of your friends.
Really? Do you promise?
Of course, girls, of course I promise. I was only protecting them. And now, if you'll hop up on this table, I'll protect you too. I have two very pretty dolls for you to have for when we're finished.
They sat there, awaiting their treats. Us.
But what they got was anything but a treat.
He held them down and began cutting them up.
He cut off the sides of their bodies.
Their pain was unbearable to watch.
He stopped for a moment. And then he began to sew them up. Then they fainted.
Hygopagus, dicephalic, tetrabrachius. The angel has joined us into one. Attached at the hip, we maintain 4 arms and 2 separate heads. The angel says that we are Siamese twins. He's happy at the success of our surgery. He gives us each a doll and sends us back to our bunk. The night is long. Our attachment is badly infected. Over the next few days, we begin to grow horribly ill. The angel is angry. His experiment is a failure.
The girls begin to fight with each other. There is no one else to hate.
They frighten us.
Stop touching me, Layla! Get away! Stop it! You're all that I have. We have to stick together no matter what.
Girls, what are you doing? Stop
The
this
angel
fighting at once.
The angel's enraged with our fighting. He leads us through the dark of the night to the pit. There is a large hole in the ground, and it is difficult to see. But inside the pit, 1,000 corpses. The bodies of real mothers and fathers and children, all lying atop one another like so many rag dolls. In this moment, we are real. But in an instant, we too will become things. He places us at the edge of the pit. He raises his pistol. And so the white angel is not who we thought. He is the light bearer, and he is coming to take us home.
January 27th, 1945. Allied forces arrive at the ruins of our camp.
The soldiers would never know all of what happened.
They would never know of the twins' friends, like Thomas and Talman.
They would never know how Thomas had his arm ripped off to see if it would have an effect on Talman.
Or Netta, who had her heart removed in front of her own disbelieving eyes.
They would never know of the twins' friends like Shahar or Hannah, who had chemicals injected into their eyes to see if they would change from brown to Aryan blue.
And when the experiment failed, both girls became blind, and the soldiers took them away and shot them. They would never know of our owner, Jonas, who was submerged in a tank of ice water for 5 hours in an attempt to experiment with hypothermia.
And as the soldiers left the camp with us in their hands,
walking over the mound of earth that covered the bodies of our friends, including Layla and Leah,
they would never know the beauty of these poor lost souls or the promise that died with them.
In the years to come, the Americans would forget this horrible story. Or worse, think of the people who died in the Nazi death camps as less than real somehow. Just a pile of shoes. But they were real, and their story teaches us that in order to survive, we have to stick with one another. And nothing is more important than family.
Mama. Mama. I want to go home now, Mama. I want to play with Daddy.
really are an incredible storyteller.
I'm sorry we couldn't work anything out about your wedding dress, dear.
I'm not sure if I'll need one. I'll figure something out.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it, Kate. You won't talk about it.
Are you girls ready to leave? Oh, may I? May I hold your doll?
What do you mean, doll?
Your easy bake baby.
I told you it wasn't real. She is real to me, and she's all I have, so please don't make fun of me. You're always taking my babies away from me.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize how much she meant to you.
No, you never did.
But, Miss Lilith, people are people and dolls are dolls, aren't they?
If you treat dolls like little girls, then they're real little girls. And conversely, when you treat people like dolls, it's easy to forget that they're real human beings. People are always doing that.
What are you talking
Burning
about?
their hair and tearing their limbs off. Someone has to protect them.
Engage
Someone
Kate.
has to protect them. Someone has to protect them. Someone has to protect them. Someone has to protect them.
Lilith. Now why'd you go and tell Karen that the baby isn't real? She'll think I'm crazy and take my dolls away for good. What am I going to do with you?
Of course, you wouldn't have to hurry if you would just choose a dress already. Better yet, I'll offer a smooth wedding.
Can I call for one?
What?
I'm calling off the wedding.
That's it. You've changed your mind just like that?
Yeah, well, Chris and I couldn't agree on anything anyway.
Not to mention we never even found Miss Lilith's old shop.
Yeah, your father and I always thought she was kind of flaky anyway. She's probably like living in like Iceland or something like that.
I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Well, it was for the best. Just wish you would have told us about Dad sooner. You know, before Chris got involved. I was just trying to protect you.
Well, the family curse is broken.
What family curse?
You know, the Russian curse is near... If I say it again, it'll probably recurse us or something. Anyway, can we get out of here? This place gives me the creeps.
It is pretty creepy.
See, I told you. Wait for me.
Daddy's here. All right. Now let's sit down and I'll tell you a bedtime story. And then maybe we'll have some milk and cookies. Look, Courtney. Look, Casey. This is what happens when you're not protected.
Mr. Helm, what are you doing? Are you playing with your dollhouse? I thought you were reading your poetry book. You know how it upsets you when you read about the war.
But I have to protect my little girls. If I keep them in this dollhouse, then they'll be safe from the wars and from terrorists and from bullies and their mother and anyone else who wants to hurt them. This is Lilith. She owns the dollhouse and she thinks just like me. And she knows a lot of stories. If a girl doesn't have a man in her life to make decisions for her and to protect her, how is she going to be safe? She can't take care of herself. A little girl can't be expected to take care of herself now, can she? I have to protect them. I have to protect them.
Happy America! Happy America! Hearts are stopping as our capital inflates. Teach the children suicidal serenade. Happy America! happy, 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 happy America. We, the people, fall in masses to our graves, drink the poison, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade. Suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade, suicidal serenade,